Give me that Bible, bro. Bring that Bible over here. You see, this book will either keep me from sin, or either sin will keep me away from this book. And every day I try to look more like him. It's because of him I like the way that I look. God's word is like a seed in the soil of our faith. They planted deep beneath, man, as we meditate and wait. See, seeds need time to grow, so in the process, God will water it. Yes, he will father it, nurture it, and foster it. To understand all the contents of the Bible, learn the heart of it. You must personally come to know the author and the start of it. 66 separate volumes written in love and honesty. Some of it is poetry, and most of it is prophecy. A personal love letter I read when I wait. It's like a page full of promises I keep feeding my faith. Hey, it's the miracle of literature and all of its formation, inspired by the same one who created all creation. I was trapped inside my troubled mind. I thought I didn't have another chance. I walked away from you a couple times, only forgetting who I truly am. Look, I don't wanna wander off again, don't wanna be away from you. I'm right back at the cross again, trying to find the words to say to you. But I understand though, if you would tell me to leave. I don't have no one but you. Being lonely was my disease. I've been a thief, been a liar, I've been a drunk, I've been a fighter, a womanizer, cunning and conniving. Man, so tired of all that murder in my heart, all the perversion in my heart. So disgusting, my corruption was destruction, not that far. How can I speak of faith when I feel weak in my faith? How can I keep my faith when there's defeat in my face? Lord, I've never been more desperate than this. And all this sorrow feels like death is in this, and it probably is. Ashamed to pick my head up cause I know that I messed up. That's when I heard my father told me to get up, yo. He said, even when you stole from me, lied to me, and laughed at me, I've been right here waiting, knowing one day you'll come back to me. Hey, God love is incredible. See, it's not selfish, it's genuine and gentle. The definition of selfless, protective and effective. I no longer feel rejected. Penetrate through the hardest heart, changing your whole perspective. They purging out all of the darkness that used to dangle from it. Taking out all of the hatred, all of the anger from it. Years of being beaten, tortured, they slowly murdered it. Finally got my heart in the hands of someone to nurture it. You see, this book will either keep me from sin, or either sin will keep me away from this book. Yeah. And every day I try to look more like him. It's because of him I like the way that I look. God's word is like a seed in the soil of our faith. A planet deep beneath as we meditate and wait. See, seeds need time to grow, so in the process God will water it. Yes, he will father it, nurture it, and foster it. To understand all the contents of the Bible, learn the heart of it. You must personally come to know the author and the start of it. 66 separate volumes written in love and honesty. Some of it is poetry, most of it is prophecy. A personal love letter I read when I wait. It's like a page full of promises I keep feeding my faith. Hey, it's the miracle of literature and all of its formation, inspired by the same one who created all creation.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Time to bring the bass bird. Sir, I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, When you making bands, can make fans. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Hey, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too.
How's everybody doing?
But I'm still a hot boy, cool down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop to shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, damn saucin'. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't geeks, too bad, my bad.
Select the team you want to start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to
Run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back.
Coach McDermott, I'm Taylor Bennett. I've been assigned to cover you and the Buffalo Bills this season. I just wanted to introduce myself. I hope your team stays healthy this preseason. I'll be checking in with you later. Good luck. And finish your first preseason game. I'm gonna skip that.
start your week by installing your game plan.
One of your team leaders was Coach Lark. Before we get too far into the preseason, I just wanted to offer my 2 cents. I think we should get our rookies much playing time as possible this preseason, especially if they have hidden development trait. Development traits what? Development traits represent players' potential. If you check out the roster menu and open our player cards, you'll see that everyone on our team is labeled as normal, normal star, superstar, or X factor. That's an indicator of a potential. But a particularly talented rookie will have a hidden dev trait. We know that they're going to be good, but we won't know how good until they play a few hundred downs football. So it's important to get this guy a lot of playing time, especially in preseason. Absolutely. What else did dev trait do? The better a player's dev trait, the more he'll benefit from his time in training and playing in a lot of games. That means he's going to reach his potential a lot quicker than guys with lower dev traits. And if a player has a superstar or X factor dev trait, it means he brings a little something extra to the game. He can do things on the field that almost nobody else can do. Can a player dev trait improve over time? Definitely. If a guy plays an elite level all year, there's a good chance his dev trait will improve, and once in a while, after a player has a great game, he'll have an opportunity to improve his dev trait mid-season, and if he succeeds, it could change the trajectory of his whole career. Dev traits are that powerful. Okay, learns to appreciate your insight. Thank you. Thanks. This week we're saying we didn't skip preseason. Hey coach, I know wins and losses don't matter in the preseason, but as little disappointing to lose your first one. Which begs question, which aspect of your team do you think needs most improvement this preseason? Offense. Believe me, I'll be spending lots of time with our offense this preseason. I think saw some good things, saw some bad things. We can always be better. Can't argue with that. Good luck next week, coach. Morale boost for your entire defense. Coach, I've been very impressed with Wyatt Teller these last few weeks. He hasn't been in the league for very long, but he's holding his own out there. I think with a little guidance, he could be a difference maker for our line. Let me show him the ropes a little. I can help him work on his pass blocking, unless you think he could use some pointers on run blocking. You said pass blocking. I'm all for the idea. Let's work on his pass blocking to safer we keep our quarterback the better. Any specific aspect of pass blocking? Power will help him block against power rush moves like the rip. He'll need finesse. Power block finesse for flicker pass rush moves like the spinner. So the finesse. Finesse help him handle some of his quick rushes. I got you, coach. Teach him everything I can. Let's see how much of it sticks. Pass block finesse. Vital receives +3 and pass block defense. Finesse. Alright, so great players. Victor Bolden Jr. Okay. Advance to the next preseason game.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
Your veteran lineman wants to check in on his student. You see how well Wyatt Teller held up in pass protection? He was all over his blitz alerts, and I don't think he gave up a single sack. If he keeps getting better, he's going to be a fixture on this offensive line. Wyatt Teller sees +3 awareness. Cole Beasley wants to weigh in. Coach listens, Zay Jones isn't going to tell you himself, but he's upset about his lack of play time in the last game. I told him if he wants to play, he's got to improve, and I think I can help him out. Any specific area you want him to improve on?
In the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay,
don't care about faking out tacklers. Getting open would be good. Catching would be good.
Somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, A-floor, come down.
Catching in traffic, though, is 3 different. I'm not sure which one. I'm not sure which one.
Just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got 10.
Let's go however you can help. Anything you can offer him will be extremely helpful. Spend a little time with him off the field. Coach can benefit from learning about your perspective on the game. Sure thing, coach. I'll make it happen. Okay, XP boost for 1200 XP for Zay Jones. And is John Brown, Quentin Spain, Wyatt Teller, Lafayette Pitts.
Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
Okay, I'm gonna skip preseason. And one new injury. Harrison Phillips and Waddle. Complete PCL tear.
Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
We have to cut 20 players.
Easily see how many players you need to cut this week.
Choose wisely.
Here are some recommendations to get you started.
Yeah, they say choose. Hey Pomo, how's it going? They say choose wisely here. I started off a new franchise. You're seeing some of the same because I forgot to import the latest roster into this one, into the actual franchise that I started last night. This guy can go. We have plenty of depth to this. Connor McDermott, Denzel Rice, nice Colt. Cam Phillips. I would not keep him anyway. Pitts. Didn't he just get an upgrade though?
I just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt.
Let's see what they say about these guys. Plenty of depth. Well, they say. Alright. Got him. Spencer Long, Joey Stanford, Mike Love, Dow Johnson Jr., Victor Bolden, yeah, man. Sorry I can't stream long tonight. I gotta get up at like 7, then drive to Jersey with my sister. Get some of this stuff worked out with my new car. We'll get rid of Lafayette Pitts. Spencer Long. Stanford. This player doesn't meet our standards. Yep, deal car stuff tomorrow. Yep, try to get some more temp tags and see about the title with the MV and all. Oh yeah, that's true, Colt. Get rid of him. This is gonna give me negative cap space. Why are you telling me to choose wisely? Because of the caps? I don't think there's any point in keeping Marcus Murphy. He could go practice squad. Yeah, there's only 20, and he's not something I need anyway. Victor Bolden, Jr., wide receiver. Let's see, I got 10 more I gotta cut. Yikes. Looking at names. Also. Kroom. Cut Frank Gore. Wow, he wasn't on here last night when I did the other franchise. Yeah, we're not gonna need you. There we go. There's no way I'm cutting Frank Gore. I hope there's enough players left over. Move him to the practice squad. We have plenty of depth at this position. We're not gonna Sills. Tyree Jackson. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then Frank Gore's. Why? Ryan Lewis. Ian Marlowe. No reason to keep Marcus Murphy. So many running backs. If it's got what it had in got a real life roster right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, Murphy. Kirk Coleman. Guys, 5 receivers. Give it to him. We got Kroom. We have plenty of depth at this position. Kroom. Kirk Coleman's 31-year-old. We're good. Tyler Croft, Deion Dawkins, Tremaine Edmonds, Levi Wallace, DeAndre Wesley, 8 overall. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. See you, Gore. Yeah, Gore's staying with us. Yeah, I just didn't see Wade in my other franchise. I'm like, oh, I forgot. I don't even know if he's in here. Let me see. Let's see, Wade's not even here. Where's Christian Wade? I kind of wanted to see what he'd be like on here. So I'm just gonna, okay, so it's preseason. Let me check the. View your superstar X Factor abilities and adjust your lineup screen. Practice squad. I could have added players to that I wanted to see. Yeah, they might have not. Well, it was months ago, I believe. I think. We'll see. Maybe in the next update. Like what? Who knows? He'll even stay on the team anyway. So let's see my running back situation. McCoy. Boy Gore yelled in a Singletary. I like that. What's our receiving receiver situation here? John Brown, Cole Beasley, Zay, McKenzie, and Foster. Where's what's his name? Duke Williams, is it? I don't remember. I can't remember his name. Where are all the people? Yeah, well, like, where's Duke Williams? Yeah, Barkley and Allen. Okay. Alright, let's go next week.
Start the regular season by selecting your season goal.
Make it to a Super Bowl.
Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk.
Get your face. Make it to the Super Bowl.
Start your week by installing your game plan.
View message X Factor F back. Hey coach, what's the game plan for Le'Veon Bell? He's our biggest threat this week. The Jets rely on him to make big plays, and if we can keep him in check, we got a real shot at this thing. How do you want to handle him? Disregard him, slow him down, neutralize him. Yes, neutralize him. We need to do everything in our power to shut him down. If he fails, the entire New York offense fails with him. That's going to be easier said than done, I think, but I'm on board. Beat the New York Jets. Hold them to 50 yards. Hold them to 50 rush yards and 0 TDs. Wow, I like this though. Lorenzo Alexander. Okay, it's a regular season game now. Finally, get to simulate training. Full game. What do I like? Enhanced? I'll keep it slim for one game, see if I like it. We gotta hold them under 50 yards. Rushing. No, assuming there's no rushing touchdowns.
Can anyone unseat the Patriots? It's the coach. This is opening weekend on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll watch a couple of young quarterbacks who are looking to make the jump in their second seasons, as we'll see Josh Allen of the Bills taking on Sam Darnold and the New York Jets. I'll be back at halftime with a look at games in progress, but first let's get you to the Garden State of New Jersey. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one.
I do have a feeling that McCoy and Gore will probably get injured this season at some point.
So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. And we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
Hauschka. Not playing Apex tonight, bro.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets work their way onto the field, led by the number 3 overall pick in 2018, Sam Darnold. And during the offseason, Darnold was asked where he was looking to improve. He told everybody being more comfortable in the pocket. You look back to the numbers from his rookie campaign, 17 touchdowns and 13 starts. So just imagine what a relaxed and more experienced Darnold might be able to accomplish with a stronger set of receivers now here in 2019.
Your defense will have a boost when calling cover 4 plays. Your offense will have a boost when calling stick plays. Our goal is not to let L run all over us.
On the catch, it's Crowder. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that?
Crap.
They won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On 1st and 10, Darnold.
Wow, I can't cover. I can't cover them.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. This one caught by Crowder.
Yo, they changed the way I adjust my line.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
All zoomed out
Was
now.
looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays.
Oh,
how they're going
Shaq
to be called.
Lawson.
Everyone
Nice
dress
job,
rehearses
buddy.
their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
Now, how am I supposed to adjust my line?
Script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it.
This
We've
brings
got
up a
ways to go
menu
with
now.
that, but you can tell
Oh, there
they
we go.
worked on the script the
We're doing
entire
it too
week in
fast, I
practice,
guess.
and it's paying off for them.
Throwing on 2nd and 14.
Why are you laying on the
Darnold.
ground? Get up. What the heck was up with that? Yeah.
The offensive starters now for the Jets.
And our attention will be concentrated and centered on number 26, Le'Veon Bell. Remember, he sat out all of 2018, so it'll be interesting to see if he can shake off the rust and whether his fresh legs will carry him to new heights in New York.
Now it's Darnold. And he comes back with one.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
And he's in.
The hit stick, man. You gotta really be close for that.
A 24-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bills now under third-year man Sean McDermott. Bringing them out, the second-year quarterback from Wyoming, Josh Allen. And after the 2018 draft, what everybody knew was that Allen had great arm strength. But what folks discovered in his rookie season is how good of a runner he is. He finished second only to Lamar Jackson in rushing by a quarterback with 631 yards total. And had an NFL record 3-game stretch where he was over 95 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A gain of 3, second down. Quickly now, here's the Buffalo offense.
LaShawn McCoy, yes, he deserves the spotlight. This guy's one of the most talented backs in the NFL, both receiving and rushing. In fact, over 1,000 yards 6 times in his NFL career. Look for LaShawn McCoy to be one of the top producers in the NFL this season.
Oh, I didn't know this was a run play.
The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. And a look now at how the Jets line up defensively.
One of the best young safeties in the
A lot
NFL,
to learn about
Jamal
this new
Adams.
game.
Keep an eye out for him because no one is safe when he's on the field, including mascots. Just ask Pat the Patriot. Jamal Adams was also the 2019
looks like
Pro
someone's
Bowl
bringing a
defensive
blitz.
MVP.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Allen, man. We're throwing at his feet.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Oh my goodness, I gotta get used to this guy.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Too much of it. And
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try to get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jerry Hughes on the stop. And we take a look at the Bills' defense.
Throw the ball at your own peril when Jordan Poyer is in the lineup. In the last 2 seasons, he's been in the top 10 in interceptions both years and 2nd on the team in tackles in 2018. An all-around terrific center field type of a safety.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Got an open man. It's a noon one. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Well, this week 1 matchup pitting a couple Empire State rivals. No strangers to each other. They were both original members of the AFL, the American Football League.
Why wide open all the time? My goodness.
1969. It's been a close series. Bills lead it all time, 62-55. And, of course, both of these franchises really feel like they have their quarterbacks of the future in Josh Allen and Sam Darnold. Darnold now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Bell. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Darnold is going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 26.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Faking the give, Darnold. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
Dude, they wouldn't let me select my guy over there. I could have tried to go up for
Took a
that.
shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Gotta learn
Once
these
again, they'll come up on
controls.
the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Thank God.
So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Open man is Anderson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting.
That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Jets will extend their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A reminder coming up later tonight, the Patriots unfurl their 6 banners. They play host to their rival Steelers. And then on Monday night, it's the one weekend of the year where you get 2 games to wrap up the week. Texans and Saints from New Orleans in the early game, then Broncos and Raiders. Vic Fangio's coaching debut, and the Raiders' final season opener in Oakland. That's the late game, 10:30 Eastern. Escaping the pressure.
Wow. Inaccuracy, man.
That one was intended for John.
Not used to that.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
JJ, I was thinking I didn't have to deal with that with JJ.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Dude, I can't hit stick.
It's a 45-yard punt, but
when I hit stick, well, that one guy just pushed it out of it. But
1st and 10. New York set to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Darnold. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Darnold to throw again. Newell's got it, complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Jets on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. McCrane able to knock this one through. So we're at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right,
This
Brandon,
is ugly,
thanks very
dude.
much. And welcome back to
I gotta
football,
get used
everybody.
to this game.
We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin down in Miami with Baltimore paying a visit to Hard Rock Stadium. And it's the Ravens who have the lead in that one. The newest Raven, Mark Ingram, with a touchdown run. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. The Panthers trying to start the season right and is looking good so far at home. In our game, it was Sam Darnold who was on target in the first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken about the 12. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. From midfield, here's Allen. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver, complete. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
53, check 53.
On 2nd down and 4, Allen. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Even if we lose, we take something
So
positive
they do
from
get
this
3
game.
points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's
Gotta
been
stop
printed
them
in
on
football
defense.
that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
So here's the Jets offense now. As they get
Yeah,
ready for
on the
their
board.
first possession
At least
of
move the
second
ball a little
half.
bit.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act.
And he fumbled it.
Fumble,
It's
go,
on
go,
the
go, go.
ground. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
Oh, he ran out of bounds. Right, good start.
Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything
There we
you
go,
can do to
McCoy.
slow them
And the
down.
face
And
mask.
he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part
Allen,
of it
I
is
just
gonna be
can't
15
stress to you
yards.
enough. Don't throw a pick.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
And I'm talking to myself because I'm controlling him.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah,
We do.
2-score
We
game,
do.
second half,
You
you're
think?
down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating.
Now we got a
when we
game.
have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to
I
it.
need more
The drive
defense,
there
though.
only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a LaShawn McCoy touchdown run. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Can't get any pressure on him either.
The New York set to
Like I
take
could
the
in Madden
field.
19.
And they
You know,
had a
Madden
fumble last
19, it's
time
like I
that
could
led to a touchdown.
pretty much win
That's a no-no.
every single game
See what they do here this go around.
A big
These.
no-no. Put that in capital letters.
most of the time.
Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick
Get 'em.
those things back up. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll
About
wind
all we
up
can
losing
stop
a
is
yard
the
on
run.
play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Oh yeah, it's showing all the stinking
By the end
games
of
again,
last year,
Colt.
Herndon had solidified himself as the primary
Hopefully it doesn't
tight
take
end for
too
New
long.
York. Now, overall, 2nd leading receiver in 2018 on the team behind Robbie Anderson. Practice 30.
Oh yes, we gotta
catches,
stop.
most among rookie
Thank
tight
God.
ends in the league a season ago.
Now it's
throwing on
time.
3rd down
It's
there,
going
but he
down.
cannot
Tie this up.
connect.
I hope.
Sensing the momentum may be changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away.
Dude, don't.
It's a 42-yard
Tap.
punt. They keep him
No
to just
fumble.
a yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. You know,
I don't like these plays, man.
I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one.
Come on. I wasn't paying attention.
He's taken down. Leonard Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
All right, here we go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
And that's a blitz. Okay, I should have got that playoff, man.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
And he throws a pick. Yo, Zay, why didn't you even go up for it?
Linebacker Jordan Jenkins, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
No, I really need to stop.
Brandon,
Interception or
offensively, this has
something.
been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
No room to be had there on the first
tons
down
of
run as he's
updates
lucky to
always
get back to the line of scrimmage.
with these games.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's
Can't get it.
That's caught right side
That's
by
not
Anderson.
good. Can't get any pressure.
Races down the right side.
Oh, no.
And touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 30 yards. And the Jets capitalize on the short.
Can I bring my team from Madden over here? This team.
Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Pretty
How come
clean
there
and
have been
simple
no
with just 2
injuries, though?
plays. The long pass resulting
I
in the
set that
touchdown.
back to,
Play number 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20
don't know why I
and
took that
down
out.
at the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be
Inaccurate.
loose with the football again.
Oh.
You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And here's Allen throwing again.
What the frig, man?
Steps up and a big loss here as he's taken down.
No protection. Leonard Williams
Able
again.
to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Trying for Brown.
Come
and it's
on.
intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard
I gotta learn about this game. The controls are different on
back out there at the line, ready for their next
when you
drive.
take
Well, there are 2
control of a
scores on
player.
the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Jinx. Yeah, Jinx.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Out left to Anderson. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up.
Can we get a little pressure on this guy?
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of
Fumble.
The football.
Don't let that guy run. Rambling, bumbling.
and a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession.
I have to have the quickest score ever.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. White now to return, spinning away. A good return there, 17 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Allen and the Bills now, down by 2 touchdowns. 2:22 on the clock. Deuce is wild. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 30 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this.
Why is it always
game
in
here
intense
on EA
situations?
Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset.
I can drive down the
Let's see what
field
they've
and
come up
score.
with offensively after
And
having
when I
time
feel
to talk it
comfortable,
over.
I mess it up.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this is caught now for a late touchdown.
Zay
So
Jones.
Everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going
To be honest, I didn't even throw to Zay.
They have to. It's not a high percentage
That was
play, but it's better than not
overthrown.
having a chance
That
at
was
all.
overthrown
And
to
that's when you
Jet
put your
Zay.
leapers and your
And he just
flyers on
happened to
one
be there to
side,
catch it.
get that high hop,
We're
and
supposed to
hope that one
go
of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt
81
about
there.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends in a Buffalo touchdown.
Do I have to select what the player's going to do when the ball's in the air? I don't know. Do I onside kick now? I got 3 timeouts. Yeah, I guess I have to, right? I don't know if I necessarily have to, but they never seem to work for me. What's the difference?
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty
I
much
don't know
be your
ever. I
ball
don't
game
even know
right
how to do
here.
onside kicks.
And the Jets have got it.
I wish you would have
A
fumbled
tough
that.
one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense,
Yeah, if we
all
can get
hope is
stop.
not lost.
Can't even get any pressure. Look at this.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk
I'm just
things
gonna
over
run it,
prior
aren't
to
they?
this upcoming second down play. 4 yards
I don't
on
know,
that
gotta
last
learn these
completion, so
controls,
that
that's
sets
for
up
sure.
2nd and 6. Bell.
Stop him.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
3rd and
Now the
inches.
Bills
And
will
I
use
came.
the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
49's the mark. 49's the mark. Double dog. Double dog. That's the way.
Again, it's Bell.
Oh. That's
And he
it.
picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final
I
timeout.
tried.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Just week one, but
I'd love if you
plenty
threw
of
it.
intrigue with the games
Why
going
would you
on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Give him a couple on the carry there.
Lorenzo
Second
Alexander's
now a
hurt.
stoppage
Great.
here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play.
Keep
hate to
running
see
it.
This week one of the season. We'll be back. On 2nd down,
Hit him hard. Make him fumble.
Hold
on a second. This wire is twisted all around my neck.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth.
Why do you make a Turtle Beach? Why did Turtle Beach make a headset
I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my
that has a
running back
wire
hit as I
coming
hand
from
the
each
ball off
earpiece?
to
I
it.
hate
Any
those
type of an issue.
ones.
But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that. I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week one and 1-0
Well,
after going down to that knee.
made the score
it's
look a little
victory here
better.
for the New York Jets. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason?
I'm gonna get the hang of
Weren't we
this.
together in
Don't worry.
preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week one.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Jets,
Yeah, bring the pressure. I didn't get not even one sack there. Yeah, we got. I thought we did get a sack though when he fumbled it. Okay. Find out what you've learned from the previous game. Defense coordinator. All things considered, I'm pretty happy with our front seven after that game today. Very few teams can say they held Bell to under 4 yards per carry. Overall, I'd say our front seven held up pretty well. It's just a shame we couldn't translate that into a win, you know?
now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
Next season, we can do that stuff. Great. We lost Lorenzo Alexander for 4 weeks. Shoulder tear. This guy was out 20 weeks. Harrison Phillips. We get to play the Giants.
Start your week by installing your
Yeah,
game
right,
plan.
dude. I don't think it's going to, Pomo. I have to. It's so different. Not even an excuse, though. I should have won that game. Defensive coordinator wants to discuss the next one. Hey, coach, what's the game plan for Saquon Barkley? You know this guy. He'll lull you to sleep. 3 yards, 1 yard, 2 yards, but then he makes one good cut and he's 50 yards downfield. How do you want to handle him? Neutralize him. We need to do everything in our power to shut him down. If he fails, the entire New York offense fails with him. Not necessarily true, because we held Le'Veon Bell for like under 10, either under like 15 yards, and we just got destroyed through the air. Beat the New York Giants, hold them to 50 rush yards a year. Hey, Pomo. Go back to enhanced. I'm gonna smash your PS4 Pro.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is
I'm gonna
Madden
smash it so
20.
good.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Giants.
Come on now, let's go.
Heading out to lead the Giants, as he's done since 2004, Eli Manning. And his hold on the job somewhat precarious coming into the year, but still, look, this is a 2-time Super Bowl MVP and the franchise's all-time leader in passing yards and touchdown passes as well.
You ready? 49's the mark. We ain't giving up nothing today.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting their defense. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Manning. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And the offensive starters for the New York Giants.
And everyone's going to be watching running back Saquon Barkley, the rookie sensation in 2018. He will draw all the attention now on offense with Odell Beckham Jr. now in Cleveland.
Now Manning. And the
Oliver.
to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Bills now under third-year man Sean McDermott. They'll be led out by their second-year quarterback from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
What you got?
From just shy of midfield, Allen. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Allen hands off to McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Oh, here we go again.
The O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1 yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
Trent Murphy's #1 attribute is playing against the run, but he continues to work hard on his pass rush skills.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is, we've got a chance to pop one. They think we're just going to give up here, hand it to the big man, and maybe he can get through. Sometimes there's a little bit of courage in play calling that maybe we don't give enough credit.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Allen going to throw. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler, as a rookie last year, in on the stop there. On second down now, Barkley. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Yes.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side. Knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there,
welcome back,
Coachman.
Pomo.
He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the
Ed
regular
Oliver
season.
got his first sack.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right.
Oh, what the freaking throw, though, man. And I blocked the field goal.
End up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Thanks.
From the gun, it's Allen. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
4th and 1.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it.
4's in the
They can
game.
make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined run.
Why are you waving your arms for the ball, man?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I gotta remember, he's not like JJ.
You'd have to think on early downs like that.
Can't like run out, throw like he can.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's only a 74 overall in this game.
Flush to his right, bears it out toward the corner of the end zone.
Intercepted.
This is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half. We now proceed to the start of the second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers.
What are you doing, bro?
As I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
These throws, man.
Play there, but it's incomplete.
Come on, Allen.
How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Oh, bad bounce.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game.
Ed Oliver.
Take him down. The Bills get to him.
Probably block him.
In there to record
Guys,
the
you
second
should
sack
definitely
of his
probably
young
block him.
NFL career. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's
He
open,
wasn't even
there is no
touched.
technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Manning now to throw. Throw left side, complete to
Oh, is that a face mask?
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
What? Oh.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because
Did I do
officials always
something?
tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley.
No.
He's got a first down and inside.
No,
the
there's
field.
my challenge.
20, 10, touchdown, Giants.
That's exactly what the coach, the
His
defensive
second
coordinator
touchdown of the
said.
season, and the Giants have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey. Middle.
Allen now looks to throw.
I can't get a ball on.
And down he goes again. B.J. Goodson in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long.
I can't throw the ball.
Go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Hey, normally we would could talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now Manning got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Manning over the middle. He's got
Fumble.
his tight end Ingram.
He was down.
He lost the football.
I think he was down.
Up by the Bills, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff
dude,
my
he
cap
was
to him. Congratulations.
not even close.
Play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
It's not even close. Why did you even call that as a fumble?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Manning. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Looking downfield for Jones.
Oh, come on.
That will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Back now here at MetLife Stadium.
You gotta do something
The Bills
this
have the
time.
football, but they trail here as we begin
Allen
quarter number
does.
4. The offense
Nothing going
back
on.
out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a
No
tight
offense.
game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
What is this over?
As they head to the field now,
Because of the pressure, it's saying.
this
Yeah,
close,
that's what it
you
is.
gotta feel there's a sense of
Inaccurate
urgency for them
because of
going
the
on
pressure.
offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Allen now to throw again, escaping the pressure right.
I can't even get a throw off.
Rush gets home.
Why did they throw? Like,
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Touch pass,
Jenkins
inaccurate.
with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it's Tate. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. The New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount. He got it done.
Nursing that slim.
Oh, you gonna let?
Exactly right. Hold on to that
Gonna
ball.
let him run by you.
And he'll be taken
Miss the
down
tackle,
across the
man.
50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. A season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll go to Barkley again. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Manning. Open man right side is Ingram.
Fumble.
Oh, no, he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
Nice touchdown, baby. Keep working.
Up the stands.
So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
Oh, yeah.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble.
Oh, he was, yeah. That's definitely not even going to
Now
get
an
reviewed.
important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So Manning and the Giants down 10-7, 2:08 on the clock. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Throwing on first
Okay,
down,
Palmo.
this one winds up to be incomplete. Red Allison, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Manning. And this is going to be incomplete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He's back to throw.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. Back to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Manning to throw. Now he'll dump it on.
No way.
Back complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Wayne Goldman with time running out. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one...
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Manning. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Back to throw, Manning. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this,
now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow.
Coach, I wanted to brief you about Geno Atkins for a game this week. He brings a ton of power to the Cincinnati defense, and he has the strength to collapse the pocket against the run and pass. How do you want to handle him? Slow him down. Atkins is definitely on our radar. We're going to do whatever we can to slow him down. Don't forget, Coach, we can take advantage of his aggressiveness with outside zone runs. We do that, and I really feel like we could score on the ground.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them so you don't lose them next season. Cap room is how much money you have to spend on new contracts this year. Cap hit is how much the current contract proposal will impact the cap room. The closer your contract proposal is to desired contract, the higher the chance they will accept. This is the player card. Here you can see your
up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie.
Here's a list of all the players that will appear in the upcoming draft. Select a player to learn more. Select to scout this player and unlock his best skill. Use this information during the draft to make your pick. Each skill unlock will cost you scouting points. Unlock this player's true skill ranking to see if he is a diamond in the rough. You just found a diamond in the rough. Other teams will undervalue this player, and you may get the next Tom Brady.
Thanks.
Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the Cincinnati Bengals as they match up with Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, They come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So here are the Bills being led out by their quarterback, the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen. Of course, the Bills, they've been looking for a franchise quarterback for a number of years, and now they think they have their guy. He certainly had his moments as a rookie, including an impressive win in Minnesota in his second NFL start. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. McCoy, 5th season with the Bills after those 6 in Philadelphia. And remember, he had 4 or 5 years as a 1,000-yard rusher, but then last season really dipped down, just about 500 yards, only 3 touchdowns. Of course, watch the age as well. He did turn 31 back in July. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Flushed out right. He hits Beasley right side. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So now the Bengals get ready for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes, because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
Hauschka with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6. That is incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Here's Dalton, complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
We got middle.
Now McCoy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll try to run this one in, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a LaShawn McCoy touchdown run. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton caught. Eifert over the middle. 17-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton, and the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Here we go.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Bernard. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd and goal, Dalton. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they do.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes LaShawn McCoy as he trots back out there now. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are.
Welcome back, Pomo.
And how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll run on 1st down. McCoy. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's hauled in by Lee Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
I lost to the Giants, Pomo, so I'm 0-2 right now.
Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo
14 into. It's looking that way.
Beasley, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Getting ready to go again, here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass, okay, that's cool, but he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
Damn, sick of you, Tyler
It's
Eifert.
an 8-yard pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Dalton. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here now, a look at LaShawn McCoy. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Now Allen. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, Stephanie, how you doing?
Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his right. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Bills send the punter out. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone.
Oh, it's going to get blocked.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
We got this.
Getting set to
That's
go
good.
again. Andy Dalton
Sloan
marches back onto the field. And I never played quarterback, but I'm thinking as a quarterback, you're a little bit into the game now. Second quarter, you're losing. You're not playing well. Probably feels like a lot of weight on your shoulders.
Certainly does, but it's something that quarterbacks have to be used to because they're always carrying around that weight. So how do they adjust the weight? How do they make it work for them? How do they work against it? That's what we're going to find out going forward.
He'll be trying to get all that weight off his shoulders here on this drive. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
We'll start with an AFC East matchup.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
I have to go after this game, unfortunately, because it's getting late.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night, they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He finds Ross right side. It's complete.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers
Yep.
to create a
Gotta
wall,
get some
ready to
sleep.
pick a spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Play fake. Here's Dalton.
Why is he?
Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now after that last
What if
play,
A.J.
there's a
Green ever
Bengal
came
down
back
the
after
field.
he got
We'll
injured
check
on
on
his
his status
touchdown?
when we return to
I don't
Orchard
remember
Park.
seeing him. Wasn't looking either, though.
Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And
I
he's
don't
hit
see
on all
him.
5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Dalton now to pass to the left side here for Eifert. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame. And
Animal
hope he can scatter
Crossing.
some bodies, unable to get it done.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their
Sounds
first
fun.
possession of the 2nd half.
New
They had
leaf.
to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now McCord. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker.
That's a blitz.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really
Yeah,
nice
Cole got
defensively when you can
PS4
rally to the
Pro.
football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this joint.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now Joe Mixon. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Here's Dalton. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. And Eifert has it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On the delay, it's Mixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From midfield here, Dalton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. First and 10 for Dalton. Gets it to Strong. Now the ball comes loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. So here are the Bills to take over. They'd lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And able to work about 5 yards.
Yeah, he got rocked.
As he's taken down up near the 47. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeout.
Oh, he freaking tipped it up in the air.
Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
That's a pick, boy. That's a pick.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
To throw here, Dalton. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end, Sample. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chopper.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. He hits Beasley right side. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order
to... And down he goes. Nick Perry comes flying.
What a rush.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people would...
That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1 and 2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself.
New England's 2-0, and they're winning 41-29 in the 4th quarter.
It leads to doubt about your system. It leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Passing, it's Dalton. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 19. Throwing, Dalton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Here's Dalton. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but Probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
I won a
so
game.
It's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break.
Still
they pitched
got a
the
lot to
second
get
half
used
shutout.
to.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed.
17 and
That's a
it
great
was
way to
17
close
and
them out.
nothing in the first quarter.
So for Buffalo, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots
how many
will come to
interceptions
town.
did I
Meanwhile,
throw?
for Cincinnati, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3.
Two.
And they'll try to rebound next
one,
week as they
one.
head to Heinz Field to take
2
on the
touchdowns.
Steelers.
Okay.
And for Charles Davis
14 and
and
2. I wish I could keep playing. Just wish I didn't have real life things, important things to deal with. Real life. Brick wall at home, under 250 yards, rush for 1. Gary Hughes, Ray McLeod, Quan Johnson, Corey Bajorquez. Taylor Ben has a comment about your victory. Congrats on the victory, coach. Early season wins are so important for momentum and team morale. And this was definitely one you could build on. Good luck and we'll talk soon. Offensive coordinator, great win, coach. Geno Atkins is an absolute beast, and it's always awesome to come away with a win against the Bengals. 600 XP for entire offensive line. Nice.
Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to get ready for bed. Thank you everybody who came to the stream, and I'll be back tomorrow night. It'll be a longer stream. And yeah, God bless you guys. Thank you again. Don't forget, God loves you. And thank you very much, FOMO. And I'll hope to see you tomorrow. Yes. Yeah, bye, Sloan. Take care. God bless. See you, Colt, if you're still here. God bless.
Hey, bring me that Bible, bro. Bring that Bible over here. Bring that Bible. You see, this book will either keep me from sin, or either sin will keep me away from this book. And every day I try to look more like him. It's because of him I like the way that I look. God's word is like a seed in the soil of our faith. A planted deep beneath men as we meditate and wait. See, seeds need time to grow, so in the process God will water it. Yes, he will father it. nurture it and foster it. To understand all the contents of the Bible, learn the heart of it. You must personally come to know the author and the start of it. 66 separate volumes written in love and honesty. Some of it is poetry, and most of it is prophecy. A personal love letter I read when I wait. It's like a page full of promises I keep feeding my faith. Hey, it's the miracle of literature and all of its formation, inspired by the same one who created all creation. I was trapped inside my troubled mind. I thought I didn't have another chance. I walked away from you a couple times, only forgetting who I truly am. Look, I don't wanna wander off again, don't wanna be away from you. I'm right back at the cross again, trying to find the words to say to you. But I understand though, if you would tell me to leave. I don't have no one but you, being lonely was my disease. I've been a thief, been a liar, been a drunk, I've been a fighter, a womanizer, cunning and conniving, man, so tired of all that murder in my heart, all the perversion in my heart, so disgusting, my corruption was destruction, not that far. How can I speak of faith when I feel weak in my faith? How can I keep my faith when there's defeat in my face? Lord, I've never been more desperate than this. And all this sorrow feels like death is in this, and it probably is. Ashamed to pick my head up cause I know that I messed up. That's when I heard my father told me to get up, yo. He said, even when you stole from me, lied to me, and laughed at me, I've been right here waiting, knowing one day you'll come back to me. Hey, God love is incredible. See, it's not selfish, it's genuine and gentle. The definition of selfless, protective and effective. I no longer feel rejected. Penetrate through the hardest heart, changing your whole perspective. A purging out all of the darkness that used to dangle from it. Taking out all of the hatred, all of the anger from it. Years of being beaten, tortured, they slowly murdered me. Finally got my heart in the hands of someone to nurture me. You see, this book will either keep me from sin, or either sin will keep me away from this book. Yo.
Yep. God bless Cole. God bless Cole. See ya.
God's word is like a seed in the soil of our faith, a planet deep beneath as we meditate and wait. See, seeds need time to grow, so in the process, God will water it. Yes, He will father it, nurture it, and foster it. To understand all the contents of the Bible, learn the heart of it. You must personally come to know the author and the start of it. 66 separate volumes written in love and honesty. Some of it is poetry, most of it is prophecy. A personal love letter I read when I wake. It's like a page full of promises I keep feeding my faith. Hey, it's the miracle of literature and all of its formation, inspired by the same one who created all creation.